know what you guys want to do. So let's have a strap nearby or a belt or something. And let's go ahead and start off today laying down. Now, however you're comfortable laying down, you can have your knees bent or your knees flat. Either way is correct. And let the eyes close. Really start slowing your breath. Let your spine relax. Feel your ribs and your belly expand with every inhale and contract with every exhale. We're going to add in a little bit of spine movement with our breath here. So on your next inhale, you're going to pull your tailbone up towards your head. Feel your low back rise up off the floor. Not a lot, just enough to feel it. Then as you exhale, slowly curling the tailbone under towards the feet and feel your low back really press down towards the mat. Your core is strengthening there. And then on your inhale, turning it up towards the head again, feeling that arch in your back. And as you exhale, tucking the tailbone down towards the feet, your low back presses towards the floor. Just keep going with this at your own breathing pace. The slower, the better here. We're really just taking this sort of natural movement that happens with our spine as we breathe, especially when we're laying down this way, and we're exaggerating it a little bit. Give yourself just a couple more of these. After your next one, if your knees are flat, then go ahead and bend them. Bring the feet out just a little bit wider. Let the knees fall in towards each other. On your next inhale, just sweep your arms straight up and back overhead, really reaching far. And then as you exhale, think like a snow angel and just sweep your arms along the ground back down next to your sides. Inhale, sweep them up and over again. Really long reach here. And then exhale, sweep them back down. Really finding all the length in your arms as you do this. Now keep going with this at your own breathing pace. Give yourself one more. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms up and back again, but this time leave them here. Keep breathing. Let's keep our palms facing up towards the ceiling. Walk the feet closer in together. And then one leg at a time, bring your legs flat. Making your legs nice and long, your arms nice and long. And then flexing your feet, pull your pinky toes back towards your knees. And press your heels down to your mat. You're really strong here. Keep breathing, keep stretching. Keeping your left leg just as it is, bend your right knee and pull it in towards your right shoulder. Maybe even pressing forward some more with that left heel. Keep those breaths long and slow. One more really long, slow breath here. And slowly release that leg back down. Bring your arms back overhead. And find all that length again. Flexing the feet, pressing the heels down, reaching back with the arms. Breathe. Keeping your right leg as it is and bending the left knee, pulling it in towards the left shoulder. Keeping that right leg really strong. Maybe even pressing slightly forward with that right heel. your face relaxed. And this time, bending the right knee, bringing it up to join the left. And then slowly dropping both knees to the right side of the body. Keep your shoulders down. And extend your left arm out to the side. And let's keep that left palm facing up. That helps you open your shoulder. And just look towards the left. Let your shoulder blades relax down towards the mat. Making any small adjustments you need to make here with your legs. Make sure there's no discomfort in the back. You don't want any strange pulling or cramping in your back here. See how full you can fill your lungs here. And slowly come back to the center and switch sides, knees to the left, look to the right. Turning that right palm facing up. And you can experiment here. Turn it down. If it's really, truly more comfortable for you to have it down, then go ahead. But I think you'll find that if you turn that palm up to the ceiling, that shoulder can open more, can relax a bit more towards the ground. Slowly, carefully come back to the center. Squeeze the knees in. You can have the knees closed or you can bring the knees wide, whatever feels better. But try and find here your back really pressing firmly down towards the mat. Low back, your middle back, your upper back, really pressing down. You're really pulling the core in strong to make that happen. Now if your knees are close together here, bring them a little bit wider. And let's give ourselves a happy baby here. So you can start by maybe just holding on to the backs of your thighs. Maybe holding your ankles or maybe even the sides of your feet. But keep pressing down with your whole back here. We're not going to rock, we're just going to hold this strong. And you want your calves, your shins to be more or less perpendicular to the ground. So straight up and down, flex your feet. Now even as you're pulling down a bit with your hands, press up some with your feet. So find some resistance there. Really breathe into that stretch in your hips. Keep pressing down with your back. Keep holding that strong. And then slowly release your legs straight up. Keep the feet flexed, pressing straight up to the ceiling. Pressing down with your hips and your back and your shoulders, pressing up with your legs and your feet. Now slowly here, start to point and flex the feet. Really slowly. Really extending out through the toes. Now slowly here, start rolling your feet from the ankles. We'll make big circles with the feet. And slower truly is better here. You want to find that absolute full range of motion that you can find with your feet here. You're really going to feel those calf muscles working, the muscles on top of the feet, up across your shins. A lot is happening here. Then reverse that direction. One more circle. I know your legs are getting tired. And then bend the knees again, back into the chest. Couple of breaths here, let feeling come back into those feet. And from here, let's cross our legs at our knees. So we're going to cross the right knee right on top of the left. So you want them to be stacked. The right knee is right on top of the left. Now you can either interlace your fingers all the way back behind your legs here and just start pulling gently in towards the body. Or if you want more stretch, you can work those feet out towards the sides and hold on to your ankles or your feet and pull in there. It's a really deep stretch on the hips. So just breathe here. Just like we did with the happy baby, even as you're pulling in here a bit with your hands, press away some with your legs. Just find that resistance. It really adds something to the stretch. This left leg here, the one on bottom, we're going to release it down to the mat. Release the foot down. And then you're going to find your strap and just lasso that right foot and extend that leg straight up. And then gently drawing that right leg towards the right shoulder. You're thinking more shoulder than chest here. So that leg is just slightly outside the body. This left leg can stay bent or you can bring it down flat. Either way is correct. But if you bring it down flat, flex that foot, pull the pinky toe back towards the knee. You want to make sure you have enough room in your strap so that your leg is mostly straight without locking, and your shoulders can relax down. Then holding on to both sides of the strap with the right hand, slowly let that right leg drop out towards the right. Keep the left hip on the ground. That's important here. Your right hip will tell you when to stop. If that left leg is down flat, make sure that that foot is still flexed, nice and strong. It's more important here for us to have both hips down and to keep them neutral than to bring this right leg low to the ground. Slow breath here. Always feel free to prop up here. Dog. I have a dog with bony elbows trying to help me out here. Slowly, carefully, come back up to the center here. And then you're going to switch hands again. Hold on to both sides of the strap with the left hand. And draw that right leg across the body to the left. Roll on over onto that left hip. And then look to the right. Again, turn that right palm facing up. Help that shoulder open and relax. And this bottom leg can just relax now. You can you can, sorry, I have a funny 11-year-old making me laugh here. You can prop this foot up too, or if you need more, you can sort of pull that foot up higher towards the top left corner of the mat. Let your shoulder blades really relax down towards the mat here. And then coming back towards the center here. And bringing both knees into the chest. And we're going to switch sides. So that left knee is going to cross on top of the right this time. One on top of the other. So not next to each other, but bring that knee right on top of the right one. Either interlacing the fingers all the way around and pulling in. Or maybe working those feet out to the sides and holding on to just wherever you can reach here and pulling in that way. Try and keep your hips down. Don't let them fly up off the ground too much. This is a big stretch on the hips. So allow yourself to sort of relax and smile into it. Even as you're pulling in with your hands, press away some with your legs, really finding that strength and the resistance. Now this bottom leg, the right one, drop that foot down to the ground. And get the strap around the left leg and extend it straight up. Gently pulling that left leg towards the left shoulder. Hey, big dog, move. Scoot. Every exhale, relaxing a little bit further into the stretch. One more really slow breath here. And holding both sides of the strap in the left hand, letting that leg come out towards the left. Now, that right hip needs to stay down. And if that right leg is down flat, that foot needs to be flexed. We don't want that leg to be soft. It needs to be nice and strong. If it is bent, that is absolutely okay too. Either way is correct. Of course, feel free to prop this left leg up on something, a block or a pillow, or even just scooting close enough to the wall. One more slow breath here, really slow and deep. And after that exhale, coming back to the center. Switch hands, hold on to both sides of the strap with the right hand. And then draw that leg across the body to the right. Roll onto that right hip. That bottom leg relaxes. And then look towards the left. That left arm extends out to the side. Turning that palm up to the ceiling should help that shoulder relax back. Just breathe here. more nice slow breaths here. And coming back to the center. And then bring both knees into the chest again. Maybe rocking side to side a bit here. And either rocking or rolling your way up to a seated position. Just finding crisscross applesauce. So sit with your legs crossed. If that is just very uncomfortable for you, then go ahead and find more of a diamond leg shape. And hands to your knees here. If you're in a diamond, just sort of wherever your hands fall. And coming to a seated cat-cow. On our inhale, we're going to lift the chest up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up. And then as we exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, even rocking back some on the sitting bones here. And then on your inhale, arching the back again, lifting the chest, looking up. And exhale, round. Give yourself a couple more of these at your own breathing pace, nice and slow. After your next exhale, just finding that neutral spine again. And then let's switch our feet if you're cross-legged. Bring your awkward leg to the front. And let's just rest our left hand down. Inhale the right arm over. All the way to a side bend. Keep both sitting bones down. And then use your whole exhale to release it back down. Use your inhale to find the other side. Both sitting bones stay on the floor. Opening the chest to the ceiling. And then exhale, release. Use your whole exhale to get there. Inhale, other side. Long exhale, release. And other side, inhale. Exhale. And once more like this, each side. We're going to inhale to the other side, but we're going to hold it there. Keep breathing. Really reaching with that arm. If you feel this right sitting bone popping up off the ground, just glue it back down. And then finding some really small circles here with the arm. Really small here. You're just sort of searching and finding the edges of your range of motion here. Reverse the direction, keep breathing. next exhale, release out. And find the other side, inhaling. Let's stay here, keep breathing. Come out a little bit if you need to make that left sitting bone glue back down to the floor. Think about opening up a bit to the ceiling. We don't want to be turned towards the floor here. Really opening, reaching with that arm. And then small circles here. This is my bad shoulder. It feels all that weather coming. Just sort of seeking out the edges of your range of motion. Don't go to pain. Reverse the direction. And on your next exhale, release all the way out. We're going to bring both arms straight out to the side. Pull your fingers back towards your shoulders. And then press your palms out. Like you're pressing against two walls here. Really pulling the fingers back. Everything's lighting up here. Breathe. And then pulling the right arm across the body and then grabbing on with the left arm and just sort of helping pull it across here. Just finding that nice stretch along your shoulder there. Breathe. Slowly releasing both arms back out to the sides. And then switch. Left arm comes all the way across. Grab on with the right arm and just help a bit pulling it across the body. Try not to keep the shoulders shrugged up towards the ears. Relax them down. And then release the arms out to the sides again. One more inhale and exhale here. Press those walls away. And then release the arms down. And let's find all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And then let your hips just fall towards the right. Just till you feel a nice stretch there on the side of your hip. And then come back and do the same thing on the left. And just give yourself a few of these back and forth. This will look different on everybody as far as how far we need to let the hips fall to find that stretch. I'm even different from side to side. I have to go pretty far on the right to feel the stretch, almost to the ground even. But I don't have to go very far at all on the left. I'm just crooked that way, I guess. Let's do one more each side. And back to the center. Now let's bring our knees wide and our toes together. Now I want us to keep our hips high here. As we walk our arms forward, hips stay up and drop your chest down. Really strong stretch on the shoulders here. You can either look forward and bring your chin to the mat, or you can look down and bring your forehead to the mat. See what stretch feels better for you today. If you need a little bit more here, if this isn't enough on your shoulders, then you can come up and bring the knees back directly under the hips. This is just a farther way to fall. Just a few more breaths here. Slowly start worming your way down onto your stomach. And let's keep our arms extended out in front of us. A couple of breaths here just to relax. And then from here, let's lift the right leg up just a little bit and really reach back with that leg. Like you're trying to pull out of that hip some. Find lots of extra space in the hip. Reach back with that right leg. Look down at your mat. And then lift your left arm and reach forward with the left arm. Same thing. You're finding space in that shoulder. All this extra length. Keep breathing. And then slowly release them both. Left leg lifted up and reach it back. Find that extra space in the hip. And then right arm up. Reach it forward. Keep breathing. And on your next exhale, release it down. Now moving it with the breath. On an inhale, right leg up, left arm up. Really reach. And exhale, release them down. Use your whole breath. Inhale, other side, left leg, right arm, and exhale them down. So keep going at your own breathing pace. Just a few more of these. Really finding that length in your limbs here. Don't just lift, but stretch as well. One more each side. And then we're going to lift everything together. Both legs, both arms. Pull your belly button in tight. Reach. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And then exhale, release. You can rest on either ear or your forehead. Let your feet relax. Let your belly relax towards the mat. And then bend both knees here. And just circle the legs nice and slow. some of that tension release out of your low back here. Reverse the direction. And then rolling onto your back. Coming nice and flat and long again here. Bring the arms overhead again. Reaching as long as you can here. And walking your feet to the bottom right corner of the mat. And your arms to the top right corner of the mat. Making a C with your body. You're still laying flat. Maybe even grabbing onto that left wrist with the right hand, pulling long. You may like to cross that left ankle over, that's up to you. Now bring your awareness a bit to your right side and try to uncrunch there just a little bit. To find a little bit of extra length even in that short side. Relax your face, breathe. And walking it back to the center, finding all that length in the center again. And then to the other side, feet and arms, both to the left corners of the mat. Maybe holding on to the right wrist. Maybe crossing the right ankle over the left, completely optional. And then trying to lengthen a little bit here in the short side. Try not to crunch so hard there. It's our tendency to crunch there to lengthen the right side. But find some extra space there in your short side. Slowly come back to the center. And bring your arms back down to the sides. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Make your way to your Savasana, adding any props here that you like to add. However you find complete relaxation. As you settle in, I want you to think about somebody who you miss hugging right now. somebody close to you that you haven't been able to see or be with, you really just want to wrap up in your arms and squeeze tight. My boys always think I'm so weird when I say, let me smell your neck. But that's where they smell the most like them. So think about this loved one of yours. Think about the way it feels, the way it smells to hug them. Not their cologne, not their laundry detergent, but them. The essence of this person. Breathe it in. With every inhale. With every exhale, relax a little bit more into their arms. Find their safety and comfort. To your mat. Finding small movements. Maybe bending one knee and then the other. Rolling to either side. Give yourself a moment there, and inhale and exhale at least. And whenever you're ready, make your way back to a seated position. Thank you for sharing your space, your breath, your practice. Namaste.